Welcome students to GS Maths. Continuing my chapter of limits from plus one class. Today I will make you understand the methods to evaluate the limits. Now straight away I am going to start with the first method. It's a very simple and a very easy method. The first method to evaluate. Evaluation of limits. Now the first method is direct substitution method. Direct substitution method. Right? Now in this case, say I have limit x approaches to 2. It's written x square 3x plus 7 divided by 2x plus 5. Right? Now directly substitute the value of x as 2 to get the answer. That is 4, 6, 7, 4 plus 5. 7 plus 6, 13 plus 4, 17 upon 9 is the answer. It's a very simple method which is employed for evaluation of the limits. It is called direct substitution method, in which the value of x is directly substituted to find the limits. Now, the second method to evaluate the limits is method of factorization. Second method is method of factorization. Method of factorization. Now in this case, let me cite an example for this. Now, for example, limit x approaches to 2. Limit x approaches to 2. It is x square minus 5x plus 6 divided by x square minus 4. Now, in this case, if I directly substitute the value of x as 2, what I will get? It's 4 minus 10 plus 6 divided by 4 minus 4. It is 0 upon 0 form. This form is called indeterminate form. Right? Now, what we can do is we can factorize the numerator as well as the denominator. Now let us do that. Limit x approaches to 2. It is x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 divided by x plus 2 and x minus 2. This is limit x approaches to 2. It will be x minus 3. Right? X is common from here. Then minus 2 is common from here. X minus 3 divided by x plus 2, x minus 2. Now I get x minus 3, x minus 2 divided by x plus 2, x minus 2. This cancels out. Limit is x approaches to 2. So I get x minus 3 upon x plus 2. Now substitute the value of x as 2. I get 2 minus 3, 2 plus 2. This is minus 1 by 4. This is the answer. This is the way how we evaluate the limit using method of factorization. Now one more question I would like to do from this method. Just fill the value directly first. Okay? Then we will find that it is of 0 upon 0 form, that is indeterminate form. Then factorize either numerator or denominator or both. A common factor will cancel out, then a definite number will be there. Definite limit can be calculated by then directly substitution of value of x. Now, let me do one more question like this. It is evaluate limit x approaches to 1. Limit x approaches to 1 upon x square plus x minus 2 minus of x, it is x cube minus 1. X cube minus 1. Now I have to evaluate this limit. Now, if I substitute the value of x as 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. Then it's 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. Right? Now, we cannot evaluate if we substitute the value directly x equals to 1 and this. So what we can do? Limit x approaches to 1. Right? 1 upon, it's x square plus x minus 2. So I can write this as x square plus 2x minus x minus 2 minus of x. This is x cube minus 1. A minus b. It's a square plus 1. And this. Make factors of a cube minus b cube. A square, a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. Now make factors of this also. I get 1 x, x plus 2 minus 1 x plus 2 minus of x, x minus 1 x square plus x plus 1, like this. Now 1 upon x minus 1 is common, take it out. 1 upon x minus 1 is common. I get 1 upon x plus 2 minus of x upon x square plus x plus 1. Limit is x approaching to 1. Now 1 upon x minus 1, it's x square plus x plus 1 minus x square minus 2x divided by x plus 2 x square plus x plus 1. I've just taken the LCM. X square with x square cancels. Now x minus 2x is minus x plus 1. Its limit, it becomes this. Limit x approaches to 1. 1 upon x minus 1. In the numerator I get minus 2x plus x. That is minus x plus 1 divided by x plus 2 multiplied by x square plus x plus 1, like this. Now I can take a negative sign common out of here. I can write like this. This x minus 1 and this x minus 1 goes. Now I can fill the value of x directly. I get the answer as minus 1 upon. It's 1 plus 2, that is 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Answer is minus 1 upon 9. This is the way we do factorizing. This is the way we do the factorization. Then take out a common factor, cancel it out if possible. In the end, just fill the value of x as 1 or whatever it is given. X approaches to 1, x approaches to 2, right? Just fill it over here to get the final answer. This is the way how we can use this method to evaluate the limit of a given function. Now, the third method to evaluate the limit is method of rationalizing. Method of rationalizing. Third method, that is method of rationalizing. Method of rationalizing. Now, in this method, we can rationalize the denominator or the numerator or both in few cases, right? For example, now it is limit x approaches to 0, that is 2 plus x minus of under root 2 divided by x. Now, in this case, what we can do? If I substitute the value, chalo, let x equals to 0, I have to fill, I get 0 upon 0 form, right? It's indeterminate form. Then limit x approaches to 0, it is 2 plus x minus under root 2 divided by x. It is 2 plus x plus under root 2. It is 2 plus x plus under root 2. I have rationalized the numerator, right? Now a minus b into a plus b. It's this divided by x. It's 2 plus x plus under root of 2. This 2 with 2 goes, limit x approaches to 0. Now this x with this x also cancels. Just fill the value of x as 0 now. It's under root 2 plus under root 2, that is 2 under root 2 is the required answer. This is the way how we calculate the limit by rationalizing either the numerator or the denominator, or in few cases we will rationalize both numerator and denominator. Now I will give you an example in which both the numerator and the denominator are rationalized. Now, question is like this. It's a very important question. This is the question. Limit, evaluate this. Limit x approaches to a under root of a plus 2x minus of under root 3x divided by 3a plus x minus of 2 under root x. Now in this case we have to rationalize both the numerator as well as the denominator. Now straight away if I put the value of a, x as a, I get 3a minus 3a under root, that goes 0. Again here it's 4a, that is 2 under root of a minus 2 under root of a, I get 0.0 form, indeterminate form. So what I can do, I can rationalize limit x approaches to a. I rationalize both the numerator as well as the denominator, that is 3x upon under root 3a plus x minus 2 under root x. Rationalize it, it's under root 3a plus x plus 2 under root x divided by 3a plus x plus 2 under root x. I have rationalized the denominator. Let me rationalize the numerator as well. It is a plus 2x under root plus 3x divided by a plus 2x plus under root 3x. Now a minus b into a plus b, it becomes a square minus of b square. Write this as such. It is 3a plus x plus 2 under root x as such. Right? Now, limit as x approaches to a, nothing happens to this. Now, a minus b, a plus b. This becomes a square, under root goes, minus 4x. And this as such, under root of a plus 2x plus under root 3x as it is. Now a minus x, this is again 3a minus 3x. Let me write it. Limit x approaches to a, it is a minus x, this as such, under root of 3a plus x plus 2 under root x divided by 3a minus 3x. I can take 3 common out of here. So I get 3 times a minus x. It is under root of a plus 2x plus under root 3x. Now a minus x cancels. You just substitute the value of x as a to get the final answer. What it will be? It is 3a plus a. 4a, that is 2 under root a plus 2 under root a divided by 3 as such. Now under root 3a, that is 2 under root 3a. I get 4 times under root a divided by 3 to the 6 under root 3 under root a. This under root a cancels out, that is 2 by 3. 2 upon 3 under root 3 is the required answer. So we get the answer as 2 upon 3 under root 3. We rationalized the numerator as well as the denominator. It will happen in very few cases, right? We can, in most of the cases, either the numerator is rationalized or the denominator is rationalized. In very few sums, you will find you have to rationalize the numerator as well as the denominator. It will be much easier than substitute the value of x directly to get the answer. That is 2 by 3 under root 3. Hope you have understood this method also, that is method of rationalizing. Okay? So in my next lecture I will explain another method to evaluate the limits, but then till then just go through these methods. I have explained you direct substitution method, I have explained you method of factorizing, I have explained you method of rationalizing. Just go through these methods, but I just presume that you have gone through my previous video on limits where we calculated the left hand and the right hand limit and saw to it कि limit exists or not. Hope you find it easy to grasp the things, revise it, practice as much sums as you can. Subscribe my channel GS Maths. Thanks once again.